my name is Amoya English, and in the previous video I showed you a video about how to stretch your upper body, just a few stretches for your upper body. These are basic stretches. These are not your only stretches. You know, like I said, you can add them to your stretching regimen and it'll definitely make a world of a difference. So in this video I'm going to show you how to do your lower body. Again, you want to hold your stretches for about 16 seconds long. Anything too much or too long, you're going to be prone to more injuries, and that's just not what your goal is, okay? So stretching is very important, and you want to make sure you are, dedicating time to your stretches, just as important as you working out. You want to make sure you're preventing injuries and taking care of yourself, okay? So for your lower body, again, these are all basic stretches, and if you need any further assistance or need more stretches to be added into your regimen, aside from what I'm going to demonstrate here today, go ahead and inbox me or message me. I will be glad to help you. For the lower body, I always just stretch every single muscle, okay? I start with my hip and I work my way down. So what I want to do is stand just, a little bit of more than shoulder width apart, and I want to just rotate my hip in a big circle, okay? Just opening up your hips, and basically you want to make sure that you are flexing your knee when you go in a circle and you're lowering your body, okay? You don't want to just keep it completely extended, okay? So you ready? So big circle, 1, and then rotate, just open up that hip area, 2. It doesn't really matter if you're doing upper body today, you still want to stretch your lower body. It doesn't matter on days that you're doing upper body, you still want to stretch lower body with your upper body, okay? So you want to do 6 this direction. I've lost track of how many I've done this direction, so I'm going to assume that I've done 6. And then I'm going to do 6 in the other direction, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So a big circle. Make sure you feel it in your hip. 5 and 6, okay? So the next thing, after I do that, the next thing I go to is stretch the back of my legs, which is my hamstring, and that's also my calves, okay? What I want to do is I will do this. So what I always do is make sure, since I start from a standing position, I want to do all the standing exercise first before I go into a laying position, okay? So I'm going to stretch the back of my hamstring. What I'm doing here is flexing the left leg and then just basically putting pressure on the left leg and then stretching the back of my leg, okay? I'm on my heel, my toe is pointed directly up, and I'm feeling this directly, mainly right here, okay? And if I want to feel it more on my hamstring, what I do is poke my hips out more, okay? And I flex the left leg a little bit more. All right, so that stretches that. Hold your stretches for about 15 seconds. So what I'm doing here is pointing up and then dipping my hips backwards, okay? Just like that. All right. Feels really good. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do is open up my hip flexors and stretch that hip flexors a little bit. What I'm going to do is just lean from side to side, okay? So I'm going to go here. As I'm doing this, it's sort of like a side lunge, but I'm holding that position, okay? I'm putting pressure on this leg. I'm not on my toe, I'm directly in my midfoot, okay? All right, I'm stretching. And sometimes when you hyperextend this leg, it hurts a little bit in the back of your knees, so make sure you're not hyperextending, meaning don't keep it completely straight. You want to flex it a little bit so to avoid that pain. And remember, stretching, you want to be you want to feel a little bit of discomfort, but you don't want to be too uncomfortable to the point of pain and injury. All right, so I'm stretching my hip flexors right there, and this is also stretching my glutes as well. So it's stretching this hip flexor area and it's stretching my glute on this leg, on the left leg. All right, so now I'm done with that, just a few of them. So you can just do this side and do this side about maybe 6 times. And then the next thing I do is just scoop my legs all the way in, just like that. With my legs slightly still flexed, I go down, okay? This is based on your flexibility level. Just go as low as you possibly can with a slight discomfort. You don't want to be too uncomfortable, okay? And if you can, if you're really flexible, it's okay. You can flex it. You can extend your whole leg, keep it straight, or you can slightly flex it. Okay? And if you keep your leg slightly flexed, I feel that it stretches a lot of your glutes and hamstring a little bit more. Alright? And I'm pretty flexible, so I'm literally touching the ground here. But if you're not flexible and you're starting out, it's okay. Get as low as you can with a slight discomfort, not to the point of pain. Okay? Until you're good enough and gradually progress every time. Alright, so I've done that. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do, if you're not as stable and your balance is not as good, just hang on to the wall. But I'm okay for right now, okay? Alright, what I'm doing is stretching my quad. And this is the front of my leg. What I'm doing is, grabbing right here on top of my ankle area, like on top of my foot, and pulling back. You don't want to do this. Okay, so just keep your body straight and just pull back. Trying to keep your balance. It's pretty hard, but if you can't, go ahead and hang on to a wall. That's completely fine. Okay? It's really hot out here today. Alright, I'm gonna do the other leg. Let's see how good of a balance I have on this other leg, okay? Again, you don't want to lean forward. You want to keep your balance and just keep your body straight and make sure that the focus is on the top of your leg, which is your quad, okay? Alright. And after I did that, I'm just feeling like stretching my hamstring a little bit more. For some reason, it just feels like it needs to be stretched a little bit more. And what I'm doing, I'm just separating my legs and I'm just touching my toes. So just like this. Touching my toes. Again, start wherever your fitness level, your flexibility level is. Don't try to touch your toe if you haven't been doing any stretching in a long time. You don't want to get injured. So just start wherever your fitness level is, your flexibility level is, and just go down from there, okay? And progress from there. Alright. So now I'm shaking it off, keeping my body loose, okay? And now we're gonna go down to the ground stretches, okay? I'm gonna go down. Okay. So what I'm doing here, sorry, I'm gonna move backward just so you guys can see me here. I'm gonna further stretch my flexor and abductor and adductor area. My adductor actually. Okay, so what I'm doing, this is called a butterfly. You wanna put your feet directly close together. Okay, in contact with each other. Use your elbows to press down. Okay? Press down, just, to where you're feeling those, this area right here, your adductor area. You're feeling it stretch. Okay? So you're pressing, you're adding more pressure to it, just to, for more resistance, I guess, and just to further help you be more flexible, but you don't want to overdo it to where you're injured. So be very careful as to the amount of pressure you're adding to your stretches. Alright, so that feels really good. Alright, again, I'm gonna do these and go right back down and stretch my hammies again. And this is stretching my hammies and my calves. And I can also do this right here, okay? And just put my head down if I need to. I love to stretch. It feels really relaxing and feels good. Alright, so I'm doing that. And I can do this. Alright, all of this is also doing the same stretches as we did standing up, but you're just, doing it again and ensuring that you are getting adequate amount of stretches during your sessions, your exercise sessions, and you're actually, building up your flexibility. Alright, that feels really good. Alright, so I've done that. So now I'm gonna cross my leg over and stretch my back as well as my glute area, okay? So what I'm doing is this. Alright, so this is going to stretch my back. Alright, it's stretching my back up here and my lower back as well. And then it's also, I'm using my right hand to push my leg towards my back. Okay, so I'm adding pressure to it so I can feel the stretch on my leg as well, my glute and my hammy. Again, be careful as to the amount of pressure you're adding to it. The same thing here, I'm using this left arm and to kind of just push my leg towards my body a little bit more. Okay, and I'm feeling and I'm pushing. So as I'm pushing my leg towards my back, I'm pushing my back forward. Okay, so that's how you're getting the stretch in both your back and your glute area. Okay, so I do that, and now I'm gonna stretch my back a little bit more. I'm just gonna, I call this the big eagle. Lay down, stretch out my arm, and just cross my leg over. Okay, this feels really good on your lower back. And I'm doing the same. Alright, I'm gonna face this direction and then do the same exercise. So here. And then here. Alright. Okay, so those are the basic stretches. So if you want to just start from a standing position and do it all the way to the ground, that would be a really good stretch for the day. It feels really good. You're going to feel loose and you're going to have an awesome experience during your sessions when you have a good stretch. Again, thank you for viewing my video, and if you